This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand for Monday, January 19th, 2026. I'm Gary Dick. New numbers out from IU Columbus. Associate Professor Ryan Brewer show IU's football fortunes having a big bottom line impact and major boost to the program's valuation.
We started pre-Signetti at about $5.5 million of economic impact a game. And then in the first year, after a few games, and they had 8 home games, it started to wind up, and that impact averaged out at over $7.5 million a game. Then this year, it increased another 20% on top of that, up to $9 million a game. So the economic impact is real.
Closed home sales in Indiana saw a slight increase in 2025 over the previous year. That according to the latest report from the Indiana Association of Realtors. Indiana totaled more than 80,000 home sales statewide. That's up 2% from 2024. The median home price for the year was $266,500. That's a 5.5% year-over-year increase. Batesville-based Margaret Mary Health has announced plans to outsource its revenue cycle business operations. It's a move that will impact about 55 employees. In a notice to the state, the nonprofit hospital system said the affected workers are expected to transition employment to the new revenue cycle management provider, Iowa-based Revology Health. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio. Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gary Dick, coming to you this week from Northwest Indiana, Jeffersonville, Muncie, South Bend, in downtown Evansville, Terre Haute, Fort Wayne, Richmond, from one of the state's key entrepreneurial and innovation hubs, 16 Tech. Inside Indiana Business, Indiana's business news leader. The city of Gary has formally tossed its hat into the ring as a possible home for a Chicago Bears stadium.
City officials announced Friday that 3 sites ranging from 145 to 760 acres have been put forth in an effort to woo the team, which nearly 1 month ago announced it would consider sites in Northwest Indiana for a stadium amid an impasse with Illinois state leaders involving sites in Chicago and its suburb, Arlington Heights. Gary is about 30 miles southwest of Chicago, and each of the 3 sites put forth by the city, detailed on a website called bearstadiumdistrict.com and in a 20-page proposal, are considered plug-and-play by city officials, meaning they're generally ready for intensive commercial development. The proposed locations include a 400-acre site adjacent to the Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana, a 145-acre site called Buffington Harbor, which resides in an opportunity zone and the city's lakefront tax increment financing district, and a 760-acre site called Miller Beach along the Lake Michigan shoreline with access to multiple interstates and adjacent to the Indiana Dunes National Park. Friday's announcement comes one day after Indiana lawmakers proposed a framework for the development of a new stadium governing body and financing mechanism. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
One more note on the Bears story. An Indianapolis-based law firm has filed as a lobbyist for the team. An application for Taft, Stettinius, and Hollister was completed last week, indicating the firm will represent CBFC Development, an affiliate company of the NFL franchise. The move will enable the Bears to work directly with State House leaders on crafting and polishing potential legislation tied to the team's interests. After a national search, Purdue University Northwest has announced that David Taylor will be the new dean of the Teddy Jacoby College of Business. Taylor currently serves as dean of the Jack Welch College of Business and Technology at Sacred Heart University in Connecticut. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.